This is today's love horoscope prediction for Aries. Those born between March 21 and April 19 belong to this zodiac sign. Love for Aries is a fundamental part of having the emotional stability that allows you to face other aspects of your life. I know that telling you to be less demanding and to take things more slowly for you Aries is something that is not easy to achieve. You demand too much of yourselves and in turn it is what you do with others. Perhaps that is the reason for your eternal dissatisfaction with all the people with whom you have an intimate relationship. You have to understand that it is not good to demand too much of yourself, and that if you demand so much from others, it is logical that no one meets your requirements. Neither you are perfect, nor should you go looking for perfection in others or you will only be disappointed. This day is presented with perspective so that you begin to order your ideas and establish priorities, both in love and at work. Love horoscope for single women. Many of you Aries women are going through a stage of indecision in which you are really not convinced of what you want to do with your lives. You even change your mind several times a day, because at times you would like to have a partner, but then at others you remember certain past experiences and prefer to be alone. Let everything flow and do not get overwhelmed. What has to happen you will not be able to avoid it. That right person will arrive at any moment, who will solve those doubts you have, and who will make you not doubt that it really is with him that you would not mind leaving your single life. Today's free prediction for the Aries man, Aries friend. I know that perhaps you longingly remember a certain person from your past who is special to you. Realize that at the time the relationship did not work out, probably because that person did not know how to give you your place, he did not care or was not interested in dedicating time to you, so you should not feel guilty at all. Think that at the end of the day she was the one who lost the most, and almost certainly she will now be regretting it. If these days you have news of her or even that person tries to contact you, the best thing is that you do not pay attention to her. Continue as before and do not give her a place in your life because the woman you want for you is yet to come. Today's Aries horoscope for singles and couples. You are going through the Aries for a few moments of confusion in which you yourself do not know what you want. This is due to the fact that you have not yet found someone special enough for you to have your doubts resolved, and you prefer to maintain a relationship with your partner than to continue alone. You have not been lucky in the past, and although sometimes you are tempted to meet someone with the intention of a possible relationship, that desire quickly goes away, and you think it is better to leave it. Soon someone special enough will appear in your lives for you to consider that with that person it would be worth trying. If you have a partner, sometimes who is right is not who thinks they are. Your partner has insisted in a low voice about an issue that concerns you both, related to the economy, but has given up because you have mounted your version of things, irreducible. For the good of both, it is necessary that you grant him the reason. If you do not have a partner, tonight it is written that you will find the first warning of the love that is destined for you. You must be attentive, because it will be something very subtle, which will end up revealing the identity of that person you have waited for so long. You must open your eyes wide. Both those who see and those of your heart. You have to know how to recognize a drop in the pace of work and sales without calling for tragedy. It is natural that at the end of a cycle some skinny cows are noticed. Do not take unnecessary measures for it. Recognize that you can't always keep the bar that high, and use your free time to rest before your next clean and jerk. Today you have to walk straight ahead, without turning back, without looking over your shoulder, and without paying attention to those voices that demanded your return. The only word the past deserves from you is a resounding no. It's time to go towards the horizon, getting closer to the great person you are called to be. This is one of those days when you have to say yes, without thinking about it, and without expecting any regrets later. It is that your partner asks you not to wait for more delays, because that is essential for her. Not for material reasons or vanity, but because for her, it is a true test of love. You wonder if you can ask for a raise or an improvement in your working conditions. The stars answer yes, and that it is essential, because you deserve it. Dispel fears of retaliation, because your superiors and team know that you are an indispensable person. Perhaps the most indispensable of the entire organization. You do not know how to start with a good exercise program, although you feel its need in your body. That makes you put it off, and put it off. Today is a good time to put aside the excuses and start over. It's very simple. Go for a walk of at least 15 minutes every day. While some philosophers speak of the importance of knowing yourself, others advise know your enemy. So which of them should we focus on? Of course, both maxims can apply to the same person. And we can all be our own worst enemies. This usually happens when we think we know ourselves well. However, Few people know each other well enough. Treat yourself with kindness and consideration today. You are a good friend to others. The time has come for you to give yourself that excellent service tip of the day. Don't waste words on those who don't know how to listen. Lucky numbers for today: 3, 4, 12, 27, 29, 41. Free Aries Daily Horoscope Tips. All the horoscope signs are divided into 3 decans according to the date of birth, and this is the specific Aries horoscope prediction and advice for each of them. First decan, March 21st to 31st. Do not look so far for solutions that you may have within your reach, and you are not realizing it. Second decan, April 1st to 9th. Recover your instinct and pay attention to it on more occasions. Don't be so rational in your decisions, and let your intuition speak too. Third decan, April 10th to 20th. Remember the past to learn, because you can fall into the same mistakes that you already made once.